fun, they don't even just pretend. John is an American. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. John is in America. Johnny wants a brain. Johnny wants to suck on a coke. Johnny wants a woman. Johnny wants to think of a joke. Johnny's in America. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. John is in America. Johnny looks up at the stars. Johnny combs his hair and Johnny wants pussy in cars. John is in America. John is in America. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the worst. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. God is an American. 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 God is an American.
I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. It just pains me to sit here and have to acknowledge week after week legends dying, some young, some old, 2 of cancer, 1 of demons, but so many more people that probably go unacknowledged or just local idols in, you know, their area and stuff like that. So, but it just kills me that, you know, we knew about this. David Bowie's been having health issues for quite some time, several heart attacks and stuff like that. But his newest album, that was I'm Afraid of Americans. That's one of my favorite songs overall. The new album, I guess he wanted to put out before his death. It's just a shame that he doesn't get to see how well it's doing and how well receptive, even before he died. Just people out there who have been fans of him for years were reviewing the album. And then Sunday he passed. Monday morning I woke up. I was prepping for the show the night before. Just bought the CD. It's a great CD. I'm going to be playing 2 tracks. I'm going to be playing Lazarus and Sue. So you're going to hear some brand new David Bowie. But like I said, it just pains me. I know the guy's been around a long time, but he's also revolutionized music, reinvented himself time and time again. Without David Bowie, a lot of these bands wouldn't be here today. For one, Marilyn Manson is very influenced by David Bowie, Twisted Sister. So a lot of legendary acts have, you know, become a derivative in a sense of David Bowie. The guy can do pop music. He can similar to what Scott Weiland and like Chris Cornell and stuff like that. The guy can sing anything. He can put his voice to anything. He can work with anybody. He had a great attitude. He was funny on stage. So it just kills me week after week to go through that. So anyway, I'm Afraid Americans is one of my favorite songs. I was going to play all of these songs regardless because I'm a big fan of his new album, Black Star. So if you don't have it already, pick it up. Hopefully you'll listen to these 2 songs and, you know, take it for what it is, the last months of his life put together for his fans on, and you know, in the words of music. So if that's how I can explain it properly. But anyway, you're listening to the Jay Stone Show. Obviously, you know that because you clicked on the link. You can check me out on Stone Chrome Radio Friday nights at midnight and Saturday at noon. I used to do a live show there. I'll eventually get back to one of those, but there's just been so much going on in my life. MaximumThreshold.net and GraniteCoastEntertainment.com. So you can check me out on there. The schedule's up on the website at RockMetalTalk.com. If you guys want to Skype in, my username is Rock Metal Talk. Go fucking figure. You can Skype me. I'm all set up to take your call. But you don't have to. I really don't give a shit. I'm not in that much of a mood to talk to anybody. Last week we had The Enemy Within on. Great show. I listened back to it. I don't listen back to many of them, but we were pretty funny. I dig it. Possibly looking for a co-host, if that's even possible. Martyrs Asylum is coming on February 2nd. That's my next booked guest. I don't have anything next week or the week after, but Martyrs Asylum is actually going to be in the studio, so that's pretty cool. They're coming they're going to make the 2-hour trek all the way from Orlando to my house to come on the show and be in the studio. What surprises we will have for you, I don't fucking know, because I don't know what these guys got planned, but they must have something up their sleeve if they're going to make the trek all the way out here. So that's one to listen to. That's going to be, I think, let me get the schedule, February 2nd. So check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? If anybody can tell me what Know What I'm Saying is from, what TV show that's from, I'll hook you up. Right now, the first person to email jay@rockmetaltalk.com, I'll send you a rockmetaltalk.com t-shirt and gift guitar pick set. You can use it to play your guitar. But I don't know. It's just one of those, all the time I just feel like I'm saying the same thing. It's just one of those fucking weeks, and that's what it is. Tax time is fucking upon us, so if you didn't have your Obamacare, you fucked up your taxes. It's Howard Stern's birthday, so happy birthday, Howard Stern. Happy birthday, Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie made an announcement today. I pledged $30 to get an autographed CD, so go to his website and pledge. Mine's autographed, $30 included shipping and a free digital download of the album. Of course, I didn't get it yet, but it's going to be done, and it's going to be in my fucking mail, and it's going to be signed by Rob Zombie, so it was $30. He's got a lot of other offers I didn't even see. I just clicked on the CD, and then afterwards, I'm like, fuck. I should have got one of those. But I'm getting an autographed CD, so that's cool. For $30, I'm sure even if I sold it, I could probably get more than that. So whatever. I'm not really worried about that. It's just cool that it's signed by another living legend, which we have to stop losing. Yep, so I'm booking more bands to come on the show to do call-ins. If you want to drive from fucking Portland, Oregon to come on the show, I really don't care. Just book and come on. If you're a cool-ass band, we'll get you on the air. Any of the cold cock bands, whatever. Some of the guys are shy about asking about coming on. Man, I got so many open dates and so much shit we can talk about. Just email me at jay@rockmetaltalk.com and we'll get you on the air. Well, either Skype or I'll patch my phone back into the board, or you, like I said, you can make the trek all the way out here and you can be on the show right in the studio inside my house. I guess I will allow that at this point. Again, if you know anybody who wants to be a co-host, that would be pretty cool. Even if you want to do it by the phone and just call in and chill for the show, be a guest, whatever. So that's about it as far as that goes. I definitely wanted to mention David Bowie and Rob Zombie's new CD and the birthdays of those two fellas, the king of all media and the king of fucking horror. He's also got a new movie out that he was battling getting the rating change, which is something I don't understand. I'm not a big... I watch movies. I don't retain them that well. I'm more of a music guy, always been. You can play a track for me. I can see if I can remember faces. I can remember all that. Movies, I could watch one 3 weeks ago and go, did I just see that shit? Of course, I remember Star Wars, but, you know, he's got a new movie, 31, coming out, so I don't understand why he fought for the R rating, because apparently if it's NC-17, it doesn't get played in theaters, because no one goes to see it, so they don't put those movies in the theater, which I find a little bit odd, but whatever. So I don't get that whole thing, but I guess an R-rated movie is more attractive than an NC-17 because there's probably people who are over 18 that think, what am I going to go see a teen movie for and whatnot? So I guess it makes sense. I mean, if it's a good movie, I just watch it. I don't even care what the rating is. If it's a fucking cartoon and it's good, I fucking watch it. Whatever. As long as it don't got some fucking someone's face I can't stand, I pretty much stick with it. So I pulled a bunch of songs. I'm playing some cold cock bands again because we got to mix them in with the big boys because, you know, that's the only way to get some, you know, bands out there and get them heard and get the people in with the big boys and then fucking punch them in the face with the underground shit because that's the way I roll, motherfucker. It's hard to do. I'm still getting used to this new schedule. I had to leave work because I felt like shit the other day. I don't know. I hate changes like this, man. It's just something that I can't fucking tolerate and don't want to be bothered with. But ultimately, if radio could be the paying gig of a lifetime, that's what it would be. I don't want to work for a fucking big corporation. If I'm going to work in radio, I'm going to work for a small local place. But, you know, when I got to take a night